Hey everyone, TJ Lewis here with Better Every Day. And I just got back from vacation. It was some great time that I got to spend with my family before my two daughters are going to head off to college. And I want to tell you a little bit today about how I use vacation and time off as its own kind of small experiment. So here's the one big idea for the week. Time off isn't just rest. It can be a test of how reliant your firm is on you. Now, each time I go on vacation, I start paying attention the week before to just how my looming time off is impacting my workload and my mental state. And then I keep paying attention while I'm gone and again once I get back. So it's not terribly scientific. I'm just really paying attention. But let's walk through what it actually looks like. And probably important quick note here before I get into it. Better Every Day isn't necessarily structured the same way that most of your firms are. We don't have the same client deadlines or the same team size or structure, or probably the same client-facing pressure that you're managing every day. But the question underneath this, how much does this place actually need me to function? That doesn't really care about the org structure. So I think it's still worth asking no matter what kind of organization you're running. So here's what I actually looked at. It was three things. First, the week before. This is noticing kind of my current workload and my headspace as the trip got closer. Am I delegating? Am I writing notes? Am I making sure people know where things stand? That prep and the mental load that comes with it is very real, and it's easy to discount or undercount that. So if the week before a trip is quietly costing you a few extra hours or maybe even more, that's worth noticing. I wouldn't dismiss it just because it happens before the trip instead of during it. And second, and this is maybe the most important one, is kind of while I'm actually gone. So once I'm gone, did I disconnect or did I spend my mornings checking messages and responding to client requests? And it's important to be honest with yourself on this one. There's a real difference between stepping away and stepping away while keeping one hand on the wheel that whole time. And here's where it might get a little uncomfortable. If you couldn't check out, ask yourself why. Was it the firm actually pulling on you, or were you the one who couldn't let go? Because your inability to disconnect isn't automatically proof that you're needed. It just sometimes means that you haven't given anyone else permission to handle it. And third, the bill when I get back. Did I come back to something manageable, or did I come back to weeks of backlog? Now, this might tell you something about how work gets distributed when you're not around to catch it. So none of these things are pass or fail. They're just data, but data that most of us don't actually look at. So we just feel vaguely tired or vaguely feel stressed the week before, or feel guilty for checking email on a beach, and then we move on without asking what it actually means. So here's what this actually means for you right now, depending on where you're at the moment. If you've already taken some time off this summer, it's not too late to take a look back on that. Think through those same three windows. What did the week before actually cost you? Were you able to disconnect, or did you keep checking in? And what was waiting for you when you got back? I think you've still got time to debrief that before 9:15 or 10:15 start pulling your attention elsewhere. And if you've got time off coming up, even better, you get to walk into that already paying attention. So just notice the week before, and then notice whether you actually disconnect. And then when you get back, notice what's waiting for you. You don't have to reconstruct it from memory. You can watch it happen in real time. Either way, here's the takeaway. This can be one of the best ways to find out how reliant your firm actually is on you, and where you may need to focus your attention to change that. It's not a guess, it's not a gut feeling. This is an actual look at what happens before, during, and after you step away. So whether you're debriefing a trip you already took or walking into one that's on the calendar, just pay attention. What you find could tell you a lot about how your firm runs without you.